I just watched the full video of the killing of United Health CEO Brian Thompson, and the only thing more cutthroat and ruthless than the killer himself was the comment section. To me, that's the story. It's taking the temperature of our society, and we at a boiling point. At the time of making this video, the killer has not been found. The only message we got from him was written on the shell casings. It says, deny, defend, and depose. Before I go any further, it is not lost on me or the folks in the comment section that murder is morally wrong and Brian Thompson's family is actually suffering. What I'm seeing in the comment section is people who have suffered a different kind of cruelty, not the personal cruelty of a gunman, but the systemic cruelty of a medical machine that's for profit. Systemic violence has a way of sanitizing its purveyors and keeps their hands clean in the judgment of society in a way that picking up a gun and killing somebody does not. But the fact is, death be death. Murder is murder, regardless of the means and mechanisms by which it is accomplished. And according to several lawsuits who are in progress right now, I'll get to those later, United Health had some of the worst systemic cruelty in the industry. And if we were to weigh systemic violence and interpersonal violence on the same scale, then the comment section don't seem nearly as outrageous when they say things like this. Thoughts and deductibles to the family. Unfortunately, my condolences are out of network. R.I.P. to all those who died because United declined their claims. Let me explain how health insurance works in this country. Simple. It doesn't. Here's a telling one. This guy's salary was $10 million plus and running a group that makes money by denying people health care. I absolutely reject violence of any kind, but I am neither surprised nor upset that this has happened. There is a fundamental arrogance in carelessly denying people's healthcare claims and you don't know who they are or what they're going through. And then, as the wife reports, he's receiving death threats and walking around without executive protection. Add to that, Brian Thompson oversaw the use of AI to sift through whose claims would be denied, and they were under lawsuit, as reported in November 2023, of folks dying because AI falsely rejected claims. Think about that. The industry leader in denying claims brings in another layer of heartlessness with AI. Now look at the fact that medical bankruptcies be the biggest cause of folks losing their entire life savings, pushing folks to the edge, and we got the worst social safety nets of any westernized country. Statistically, that is dangerous because desperation applies a type of pressure to people's morality that just opens Pandora's box. In other words, folks are losing their why not. You never know who is clinging to the bottom of the mental health tree with the right catastrophe to shake them loose and they go AWOL. And let's say out of 1 million people who falsely get their claims denied, like 250,000 of them have a thought that says, I should go do something about this. But then for most of those people, they say, I got a why not. My kids, my job, I don't want to lose my life in prison. But that's not everybody. Depending on their mental health condition and what's going on in their life, a handful of those people will marinate on that thought a little bit longer. Do you see where I'm going with this? Messing with people's lives willy-nilly is wild work. What I'm reading in the tea leaves sounds real similar to what I read when that submersible went missing and the billionaires got imploded. It's looking like we at that tipping point where wealth inequality is starting to spawn violence towards those who benefit the most from it. And according to the research I've done, Brian Thompson had a net worth of $42.9 million and was getting paid $10 million plus per year. He's not a billionaire, but let's say in another 10 years, he could have easily been that with the right investments. Look, we could easily come to find out that this was completely unrelated to what happens when people are denied care. But the fact is, it's in the air. And as I'm making this video, the shooter's still on the loose. Am I morally justifying this violence? No. But there's a difference between moral equivocation and understanding cause and effect in the human condition. An interesting couple tweets to sum this up. The rich keep forgetting, always, the poor and miserable will get tired of fighting themselves and realize who the actual enemy is, re the French Revolution. And because of the civil unrest against the wealthy, France has something that America does not. Here's a tweet that sums that up. Universal health care would have prevented this. Yeah! The profit motive don't belong everywhere. Profit only makes maximum efficiency for the profiteer in the end. Our basic lives and necessities are at stake. You have to have mechanisms that act against profit. And no, it's not socialism. It's socially responsible capitalism. Because capitalizing the way we do is irresponsible, hence Brian Thompson's murder. In other words, kind systems encourage people to be kind. It is a pro-social mechanism that creates a pro-social society. Most people are not pro-murder, but people sacrifice their values to get their needs met. And if the system is in the way of people's getting their needs met, then the people who profit from the system be getting sacrificed. That ain't me. That's history. As a species, we are too smart for this. As a country, we are too wealthy for this. We can do better. And if better is not done, more of these acts will be.